We're
We're
back.
back? Yeah, we're back.
Wow.
Sorry, guys, I pulled the cable.
Okay, let's try again. Flory, if you introduce yourself, does it crash the stream again?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so hi, guys. I'm FlorryWorry. I play this game from time to time. How you guys been doing?
And this time it's working, so it was not just you saying your name, because that
It
would have
was
been
not me
awkward.
talking.
That
Awesome.
would have been really awkward. Hi, chat. I am Mathieu of the French Paradox. I used to work on this game, actually, before we handed it over to Tinto a couple years ago, and now I'm just working on Hearts of Iron Best Game. I mean, hi.
Hearts of Iron best game?
I don't know. Okay, for big lands, I'm still on the EU4 side.
Nice, nice. It's French worry. There you go.
Yeah.
What is a risk player doing here? No risk today. Although there have been quite a few risky wars and risky plays today.
Some people have taken a lot of interesting risk, honestly. What is your... okay, I'll stop. My biggest risk, the biggest risk for me was starting the first player war like 10 minutes before we end the stream. Like, if there's one thing I learned from the Death Clashes is you do not start a war 10 minutes before the end.
No.
Because people will spend the night plotting against you.
Exactly, and that is exactly what's been happening last night. The giant, can we say it, the Shitty Nations League has united against Ryagi. They did this in the open. They had this Security Council meeting with like 12 of the countries, so it was a giant table. And they were first voting on whether or not to let Moldavia into the league. And then they voted on whether they were going to intervene in the Ryagi war. Chad Ryagi, indeed. And so they voted, they said to war, and Ryagi was sitting right next to them. So they had all the time to come up with a counter alliance, right? So it's like, yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah, they were not very good at this, I'm gonna have to say. And then there was the secret Polish player conclave that we were both part too, actually.
Yes, yes. And in the Polish player conclave, I was, reporting all of the information I had collected, saying like, okay, I think this is what's gonna happen, and I think you guys are gonna end up fighting these. And then it turns out I was more or less correct.
More or less correct.
More or less correct.
I was thinking Holland was making the right play at first, and I think they still are, although they might pay for it. Because when I saw the war escalate, it's kind of like, the guy who just stays out and just snipes someone else while everybody else is busy is going to pull it out, and everybody else is going to bleed for like 2 provinces.
Yes, yes. And they just yoinked the Irish England, basically. And then they were declared an oathbreaker. So from that point on, they were like, okay, we are pariahs now. We may as well go all out, and we are not going to be satisfied with anything less than 100% from Scotland. So Scotland is now destroyed. And, well, I think Holland is the only one on the Oathbreaker board right now. They are in the Golden League. The Golden League is the main rival of the SNL, the Shitty Nations League. Yeah. So I think, well, I don't know if the Golden League is happy with an Oathbreaker on their league. So let's see how that turns out.
They might have options. Like, even if people turn on them, they might be able to just yeet themselves out to the Brit Island. And since so far, if nobody has been able to match their navy, they might just be able to build a wooden wall and stay there if going to exile in Britain.
Perhaps. They do have the Dutch Courage on their flagship, so got quite a powerful navy there. So we'll see how that turns out.
I am actually waiting for the rehost weapon because I want to check the devastation. Like, because it's always the problem when you have big player wars like this. Like, especially early on, only a few people will actually really benefit from it. And the peace deals, I don't know, we haven't seen the peace deal yet. Like, I think a couple provinces have been exchanged between like Ryazan and Perm. Is it gonna be worth all the devastation and the loans and whatever else people bled to get out of it? Like, I think some people played it smart and they're just sitting on a massive amount of development and gold and just be like, you know what? I was an okay wall. Let's do it again.
So I was talking to Serbia last night because I wanted their opinion on which side were they going to flip. Because on the one hand, they kind of wanted to help Ryazan. On the other hand, they were like, well, I don't know if we really want to join in this grand crusade to the east. We might join on the other side. And then they ultimately decided, you know what? There's not much to gain for us here. We have very nice development. We're just going to sit and watch this happen.
I think this is the play.
And
honestly.
so now they are the only country that's like still sort of fine.
I guess I'm torn on this because on the one hand, in the world of the immortal Jake, we like people who bring the fight, But also, if you play it smart and don't actually bring the fight unless you're sure you're going to win it, sure, it's less spectacle, but you end up on top.
Yeah,
Often.
yeah, and the same with the Pope, and also the Papal States diplomatic game has been so good because they are allied to Provence since the start of the game. They've helped each other, so they've got like super good trust, right? And so Provence is part of the Golden League, but the Papal State is not. So they're not obligated to help the entire league, but they do have the protection of Provence. And then if it escalates, they might have the rest of the league to help them out. So they're like a proxy member, basically. Getting all the benefits, but not all the responsibility of.
Yeah, I mean, I would be happy sitting on Italy and let all these other people burn, like 30-year war style.
Nice T-shirt, thanks.
Oh.
Thanks. Yeah, I think also, do you know about the Papal State and the Serbia love-hate relationship?
It's kind of a thing I heard about. It's like they can't really understand if they like each other or not.
Yeah.
It's like a will they, won't they. Like,
Yes,
I hope it lasts the whole thing.
It is this high school love story, basically. Because I was talking to the Papal State, and they were like, yeah, we see Serbia as our natural allies, and we really want to ally them. But they rivaled us, and we don't understand why, and we'd love to be friends with them, but yeah, I don't think they want that. And then I talked to Serbia, and they're like, yeah, we want to be friends with the Papal State. We want to be their ally, because, you know, we're not interested in their land. They're not interested in our land. We can be friends, but I don't think they want to. And I'm like, you really need to start talking to each other because you both want to be allies.
That's a new thing I didn't expect. EU4 couple therapy.
Yes.
Like, you know, we should bring them to the casting room and be like, okay, it's time to talk about your feelings. Who starts? Serbia, Pope, you go ahead.
Florry the matchmaker. I mean, all they really needed to do was have one little conversation, but they did that now, and I think they're on good terms at least. I don't know if they have a formal alliance yet, but
we'll see after the rehost, the well expected rehost. I think we're tweaking a bunch of things because there might be some new respawns or some new relocations happening soon. So I guess the GMs are just tweaking the things just a bit, maybe changing ideas, or let's talk about ideas, because I guess I'm an old-fashioned man now playing EU4 MP, and I still go defensive first, and I see that everybody went quality.
yes.
What's your take on it?
So normally what you would do in the previous patch would be like eco quantity or quantity eco, but quantity and eco got nerfed, so now it's more focused on quality. Also because stack wipes are back, so having a very high quality army allows you to quickly win battles before the entire force of the enemy comes in.
Yeah.
So you can do defeat in detail now, and that makes quality ideas and defensive more powerful. And they also, I think a lot of them will want to do the quality innote thing to get the infantry combat ability, and also just save the monarch points.
Yeah, I mean, quality economics is still a very good combo, and you get a good like policy out of it. Like both ideas are strong, and you get a good combo. I like defense because I'm the French guy, right? So I play high morale nations. And that 15% or at the start plus whatever else you can get from your national ideas or from an advisor. I think that's what made the difference with Ryazan, for example. Like they had 4.8 morale when everybody was sitting at 4.2.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm still on defense, but I'm not decided yet to switch from defensive as first ID in MP. But to be fair, last time I played like a big MP was a while ago now.
Someone's asking what my perspective is on Livonian future. So Livonia needs to drop the SNL league, I think, because it's a league that has not proven to be very decisive. They all jumped into the war one by one, and also it's the losing side. So I think they need to reevaluate their alliances.
Yeah, I think it's the issue with we talked about like people call them hug boxes or power blocks or whatever you want to call them, like alliances. I think the problem with alliances is you have to be sure that everybody has room to grow before you get too many feelings, because then you're like, oh, but I can't quit now. You know, it's again, we go back to couple stories, right? It's
yes.
Like, oh, I can't dump them now for my baby or whatever. We're like, yeah, but also you both need stuff, and if you're all like blocking each other, then you're not gonna go far.
Yeah, and that is why Dith Marchen, they couldn't side with the Golden League because they were completely boxed in. They had nowhere to grow. they couldn't do anything. So Saturday Night Live League, there you go.
That will be tomorrow.
But I do think that Livonian Order is, from a game perspective. Sorry, I hit the mic. Is on a very good position. Like they got the Baltic secured. They have, the Teutonic Order land. They're moving into Sweden now. I think they have a bright future.
Yeah, there's a lot of real
if
estate.
they can fix their Diplo.
Yeah, there's a lot of real estate in Scandinavia to be found. I mean, sure, it's being from there myself now. It's a lot of like nothing, but it's your nothing, you know.
Yeah. Will Gotland escape to the New World? Yes. Yes. I was asking them what their plans were, and I sort of helped them saying, like, you need the islands above the Shetlands, and then you can make it into the Bermuda. And I believe I also taught them how to move their capital there, because it's a bit tricky. You need to first get Trinidad into a state and then move your capital there, and then you can move it to the Caribbean. That is generally what they're planning to do. Will Gotland try to go Norse? I don't think so. That would be very difficult for them. Sorry, matchmaker and wise advisor. I've been given impartial advice to people. What are your thoughts about the Holland situation? I think Holland is going to be the next Ryazan in the sense that I suspect they're going to have a lot of people declare war on them soon.
How many nation you see as like paying just like a naval? Because it's always a thing that I really like about EU4 MPs, that compared to SP especially, you can really make a difference if you decide to just go all in on Navy and say, you know what, I'm gonna sit on my island and I'm gonna be the kingmaker with my fleet. If you don't have me on your side, you're not gonna cross the Atlantic or any sizable body of water. Like we had that like in 2019, for example, with I think it was Genoa who formed the Caribbeans, and I've seen that in many games. I can see Gotland clearly going for that play. I don't know, like Holland, they still have a continental attach. Will they be willing to just take losses and say, you know what, these lands cannot be defended from the continent. I'm just gonna become Britain now? Or
if they do get full-on coalition against, they probably have to migrate to Great Britain and do exactly that. And they would still make a lot of money. So
yeah.
That could be very interesting. They could they do the Netherlands into Great Britain? I'm not sure.
I can't remember if you can or not.
Well, the Netherlands is not an endgame tag, so it should be possible.
I mean, historically, the Dutch did take over England.
Yeah, that would be full-on historical. It wouldn't even be weird. It wouldn't be gamey at all.
No, it's perfectly fine and balanced. Yeah, and in other naval nation, well, I had hope for the Knights, but they kind of didn't make it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one of the North African like Barbary nations tried to go naval. We could check the ideas when we're back. Like,
yeah.
Who else has put money on naval stuff?
Well, I'm assuming Gotland is going to go full-on navy, because they're going into the Caribbean. If they go full-on navy, they can't really be touched, and it can be very annoying because if they go full navy, they can just straight up blackmail people. They're going to be like, hey, I see you're making 30 ducats off a trade. I could just send 200 lightships to your node, and then you'll make nothing.
Yeah.
Could you just pay me 1,000 ducats? And then I will not do that.
You remember 2018,
yes,
do you?
I do. I'm still salty about that. I was playing as Italy. I made 0 ducats from trade. There was nothing I could do. And then I ended up giving Japan Sicily just to get them to go away.
Yeah.
These pirates, which obviously just made the problem worse.
Yes.
So.
You know, the worst bit is that we got so many pirate ID by playing this nation, but as we were talking, like Golden Century, the DLC that introduced the pirates, is basically already done, and we couldn't really change anything. So we're like, oh no, we got so many cool ideas from like all the bullying we did. I'm not gonna be. I'm not lying. I'm gonna call it. It was straight up bullying. I was literally running through the castle screen. Where's my fucking money? Every time I was like asking for my racket protection cash. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right.
All right, sure.
Yep, we're getting a GM. He's gonna help us tell us about the world and what's happening. Come in. Hello. It's fine. It's fine. Just one Pepsi Bowl casualty.
Yeah, so I was previously a Marshal of Aachen, and now I'm a general and all over courtier managing the things for our Caesar. So which basically boils down to giving money to countries that ingratiate themselves with the Caesar, and some of our troops are condottieri. We were trying to keep Frankfurt afloat, but sadly they did not make it.
You fought valiantly, at least.
Yes, we did what we could, but it was not enough. Actually, Hessen did a nice maneuver there, because they came to Caesar and they offered their sword as the, hand and protector of the empire. And after he accepted, they said, "But the condottieri from Aachen are fighting on the other side. How that can be?" And we had to pull them back, so Frankfurt lost them.
So the martial competition, you lost that using rock, paper, scissors, right?
Yes, that was it.
I was watching that. It was hilarious. It was like an 8-way rock, paper, scissors competition or something.
I think it was like 30 people initially. So they were like one-on-one, and then half of them and half of them and half of them. So yeah, the guy who got it, he has the control of our troops, but I don't think he used it so far. So I don't know.
How is the Emperor's power standing right now?
I mean, I think that after this situation with Holland, when they, they were declared oathbreaker and they decided to just enrage and quit the court, so they are probably gearing up to take Aachen.
Okay,
so they are going to take the throne, basically, if they do that.
Oh, wow.
Won't people defend you?
We will see. We hope. We have some mercenaries and stockpiles of cash, but you can do only so much with one province.
Did they actually oathbreak or not? So the idea is they declared war on Desmond, which was not sanctioned by the Emperor, and that made them an oathbreaker, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now that they're an oathbreaker, I don't know what that has, if any of the deals that other people have with them, if those are now void, or how does that? Is it still sort of there? Can you oathbreak against an oathbreaker, or is an oathbreaker free game?
That's a great question. I mean, I think that you won't be like, if you declare war on them or something, you won't get any penalty from the Caesar, so you will have basically a blessing to do that. But on the other hand, this whole system is also a honor one. So basically, we wanted to help players, because you have anyway this people are looking very much on the fact that someone is keeping their trust or not, but we want to enhance that a bit and help with providing more build up for that with this idea of oathbreakers.
And I'm reading that some people are being reincarnated right now. From what I'm reading, Pskov will respawn as Mewar, Perm as Orissa, and Desmond as Punjab. We're gonna have like a northern India like Thunderdome.
Oh.
And also Frankfurt will actually be migrating to the ex-colony of Mallorca, hopefully opening a club there or something. And finally, Scotland will become the Florida man. I'm curious where it's gonna go. Maybe we're gonna try to upset like Gothland's pretension to the New World, since nobody else so far has been trying to challenge them.
No, there's Sus, which was planning to go there, and Gotland. But other than that, not a lot of people. I suppose Desmond is now thinking about going in there, because they're not going to be getting the British Isles. I think that much is obvious. So. Oh wait, Desmond is moving to Punjab. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
or I think Ireland is gone. And yeah, I guess the British Isles are just going to be devoid of players. So I guess it's free real estate now.
Yeah, it's free real estate.
So I don't know. Holland has a truce with them, so maybe someone will try to jump on whatever remains before it's too late.
Potentially Gotland, but it's dangerous to mess with Holland. They're very powerful. Alone, if you do it with a grand coalition.
Yeah, I guess you want to contest them now before they can take all the British Isles, though.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, but you'd still want to do that in a
yeah,
type.
because maybe we can try to intervene somehow.
Why are they quitting the Britain Island? So in the last war, they lost Ulster. They do not have naval superiority, and Holland is just poised to attack them, and there's nothing they can do about it, unless they get allies or something. But even then the allies can't help them, so they're just gonna sit there fully occupied. So I can
Yeah,
understand that they moved to Punjab.
I'll be honest. I've been surprised that Holland has managed to have both like naval and like land supremacy on both of them. I would have thought like maybe they could beat them on one of the game, but not the other one. They would be able to like counter. Like either the Islander would be better at land combat, or maybe like the Irish would be better at sea. But so far it has not materialized, sadly.
Yeah, they were trying very hard to get Lubeck to help out, but Lubeck is part of the Golden League together with Holland, so that was never going to work out. But they, Lubeck was, holding them on a leash. They was debating them into thinking they might help, maybe in the future, later.
I see. All right. Good of you, Thomas. Do you have anything else that you wanted to bring up, or any message
I think
to the world?
I will keep you updated. If stream has like any ideas of the quests or anything that we can drop to players, it's we had, for example, people composing poems, or we had someone drawing a portrait of the emperor and the entourage. It was actually just a stick figures, but they got a title and cash for it, so
I think
not a bad deal.
You know what? I have an idea. I think the Emperor should encourage people to seek riches in the new world rather than just fight each other. Like they need to look outwards to stop fighting each other.
He was actually doing that.
Like
he was
find the 7 cities of gold or something. I'm told there is stuff there.
He was screaming at them actually recently that, where are my colonies? I want colonies in the new world. Why are you fighting here? So this is already
Hopefully they will be heard.
So will there be a bounty on Holland now, or is there a bounty?
We will see. I mean, officially they didn't do anything yet. They are still, they are oathbreakers, so anyone is free to attack them, but they are like keeping to themselves. And if we kind of predict that will come at us, but that didn't happen yet, so we cannot act proactively here as an NPC nation. We just, we are fully believe that our loyal subjects from Holland and Hessen will defend us, because this is what they promised. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much, guys.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the weak ones scared of Slavic. I think most people would be scared of Slavic. Because of the size of his nation and his prowess as a player as well. So, yeah, it's a very intimidating country right now. It's in the richest node. It has a good position, on par in tech.
It's actually an advantage I've seen in several lands, right? When a player has a reputation, people, they can easily become a paper tiger that is good enough at scaring people away. Like, even when they're weak, just like saying, just playing on your reputation. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've done it once or twice, and I suspect other people, maybe you've done it twice. Like, just scare people. Like you're just puffing your chest, right? You have nothing under your belt. You know you can't beat a coalition of 5 people, but they're too scared to attack you because they're like, oh my god, this is famous X, and I don't think I can win this.
It certainly helps with diplomacy if you start to think like, hey, we can work something out. You can do this and that, and you start giving people alternatives, and then they're more likely to ally you instead of killing you. So that does help from time to time. Is it true you're a deposed Dutch admiral? Of course, that is exactly what I am. Sand putation. Oh god, the sand. No, I don't like sand.
You don't like sand?
No, I don't like sand.
Oh, damn.
It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere. Where's the game? We're waiting for a rehost at the moment.
Yeah. I think there's like 5 nations respawning. If you're just joining us, 5 people are respawning after the bloodbath. That was just, you know what? More people died than I would have thought. Actually, I guess only a few died directly of the actual war, and a bunch of just got sniped on the side. Like Holland just single-handedly like sniped 2 people in the British Islands. I guess Perm, Frankfurt, and Pskov got actually directly killed by the war,
yes.
But the other 2 just got sniped out of some people just jumping on other people.
It was like I think it was part. You can see it as part of the same war, but it was a separate war. But it was the 2 alliance blocks against each other, and Desmond was not part of the SNL, but they were kind of forced into it because, Holland was their main competitor on the British Isles, so.
Did Martian die? They haven't been respawned yet, so
Did Martian...
they took a beating, but I'm not sure if they're dead. We'll check as soon as we get back in. They're surrounded. Well, yeah, and France did also once, and we're still here. So you know what? What does that mean? Nothing.
I wonder where they moved.
If they moved, I don't.
This Martian definitely
Mutapa,
moved.
okay,
Oh, moved to Mutapa.
then
Yes.
I missed that rehost, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The old world is too small for God.
Also, then the African nations are going to have a little bit more of a competition, and they can't just gobble up all the gold mines there.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and also
okay.
people were pushing east from Persia. Like, I don't know if they hoped to be able to seize the reaches of Delhi and everything else. Maybe I don't know if anyone would have like Mughal ambition. But now with like Mewar, Orissa, and Punjab, that's gonna be a bit more difficult to get there.
And by the way, we're going to see today a Zoroastrian Persia.
Oh.
It is about to happen.
It is about to happen.
Yes, they're just waiting for the truce with Ajam. They need one more province to form Persia, and that province will also allow them to switch Zoroastrian. So that is going to happen, guys. Yeah, and it's Shirvan that's doing it. So they also have access to the Wonder. So 10% is. Keep in mind they are going to need, if they want to upgrade the Wonder, they're going to need 1,000, 2,000. For 2,000, 7,000, like 17,000 ducats.
That's an amount of money. I guess that's where you try to find an ally who has lots of money and say like, you know what, you bankroll me, I'll just be your loyal attack dog for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I've done it once. I think I started as I don't know, some German miners, and I just say like, you know what, like, just you feed me money, you give me what I need to form like Prussia or another German nation with good military ideas, and I'll just be a loyal attack dog. I'll just bash out anyone you want.
Yeah.
And some people are okay with that. Some people are too scared that you're gonna backstab them. I guess it depends on how trustworthy you are.
I mean, if you're not on the Oathbreaker board, you can assume to be trustworthy. If you bankroll that Wonder for them, you do gain a strong ally. So.
Let's see if I can connect. If I got the passport correctly.
Okay, let's see.
Stream master, could you give us back the password? Because I could remember it, but I cannot dictate it to Florry because else the stream will hear
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And
okay.
that would be funny, but also.
Wait, hold on. Is it the same as the Wi-Fi password?
I will not answer this question.
Oh.
But it might be.
I mean, the chat doesn't know the Wi-Fi password, right?
That's true.
Okay.
Look, as an engineer by trade, I'm not saying those passwords are great, but to be fair, I've rarely seen a password at a Wi-Fi password anywhere that has been good.
No, what do you mean this password is super secure?
I've been on a road trip like this summer, and I realized really quickly that if you need Wi-Fi in a foreign country, you don't have to pay for roaming. You just walk to a restaurant and type the name of the restaurant and the year, and usually you're in, and you get Wi-Fi anywhere in the world.
Pretty much. Oh boy. Okay.
All right, observe.
Clueless secure. Nah, I don't think you're gonna guess it, chat. You're not gonna guess it.
You're welcome to try.
You're welcome to try it, yeah.
Observe.
Oh, the password is Portugal. No, we don't say the P word here. It's a little meme from my stream. I don't like Portugal because they build island forts everywhere, and then you have to island hop and take care of it. So I banned the word Portugal in my chat.
It's actually a powerful strategy now. Like, you take a bunch of islands and you just put them chock full of like coastal forts, and you barely need a navy.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you're safe. It would work. It would totally work. Then again, I mean, if you have a navy, then you don't need the forts. So
Yeah,
it's really
like
just annoying people. I guess in MP it would make people not want to declare war on you because then it's a pain to siege down all the provinces. But
wow, it's been a while since I heard that theme. So, you know, actually, a personal story. I used to have flashbacks when I heard the EU4 theme. Because I think it was changed recently, but back in the day we had the gun, drums, and still DLC that gave like metal remix of everything, and it did replace the startup song, right?
Yes.
If you remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my cue that the DLC loader was broken in development because you start
Really?
the game and you hear the bass music, you're like, fuck, the DLC loader is broken again because it did not load the DLC music.
Okay.
So every time I hear, I'm like, shit, who broke the DLC loader again? And actually, I got scared because Tinto changed it. Like they put back the main theme as default, and I got a bit like, wow, what's happening? Did I break my DLC loader again? No, it's just they changed the startup music.
Yeah, I do like the guns, drums, and steel music.
Yeah, it's pretty
Very
cool.
Nice.
It is pretty cool.
You're
I mean, the
fighting
main
a
theme
big
is
war
also
and
good.
then hear that metal going.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and there's a lot of interesting balkanization that has happened in a few places.
Yes. It happens.
England is an interesting. Oh God, they released everything. I'm amazed they broke Scotland in one war. Well, technically, no, Scotland still has. Oh no, they have nothing. Okay.
They have Miami.
That's true.
They have Miami. They have one province and they're gonna move to the New World. So.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Someone took control of the mouse there because I wasn't readying up. My bad. My bad, guys. I'm late. Can you imagine?
Oh, I see that the Ottomans also got in a fight while we were not looking. Some people are getting ready to clean that up.
Oh, okay.
And finally partition them.
I see.
So
Yeah, I mean, this was to be expected. I wonder how happy Wallachia is.
Walachia's barely gotten anything. They got like, what,
Yeah.
3-4 provinces from the last time, like south of the Danube?
Wallachia is not going to be happy with Serbia, I think, because they've completely blocked them off. After this war, they will have no place to go. Well, maybe Hungary.
I'm surprised they haven't, like, they've been willing to just make Europe bleed, but none of them has been willing to take Austria-Hungary
No.
yet. And it's like, what are you afraid of?
And so day one, Bavaria and Switzerland made a deal where Bavaria would take Tyrol just to get the personal union CB on Austria, and then they would later sell the provinces to Switzerland. So I was expecting this to happen relatively early and to see Austria partitioned, but it hasn't happened yet. Once that does, then Serbia and Wallachia going to go into Hungary, and maybe Serbia made a deal with Wallachia, like, oh, I'll get the lion's share of the southern Balkans, you can have Carpathia. But I'm not sure if Serbia would still be willing to honor that. So
Yeah, I mean, Wallachia is going to be really, really hard pressed to dictate any term right now. They just like, if Serbia just decide to wipe them off the map, what's going to stop them? Like, do they have any pact? Like, maybe if you have like a 4 or 3 party pact that says, okay, no member will turn on the other one if it gets weak. But I mean, again, it's a problem with two like alliances that do not leave you room to grow. At some point, the other will look like, I'm sorry, you just free real estate at this point.
yeah, and Wallachia is part of the same league, the SNL league with Moldavia. So they're not going to invade that unless that league finally falls apart, which I think it might. Especially given half the members just got relocated to new countries.
Yeah, the Pope has been progressing pretty well in Italy. There's barely anything they haven't eaten yet. I mean, they still have like a bunch of Lombardy, which is still really rich stuff to get. I'm surprised Provence has not used that as a pretext to just eat up. I don't know, because Sicily's been blocking them off.
So the Pope, Provence, has been allied with the Pope since the start of the game. And this is the famous PP alliance, Papal State Provence. And the Papal State does not tolerate anyone inside Italy. So Provence might help them kick out Sicily and kick out anyone that's moving into Italy. But they're not going to move into Italy themselves because they've got this alliance is rock solid.
I'm curious what Provence will do. I think it can go 2 ways. One, people help them beat up France, and then they can just become monstrously big because there's nobody like west of them stopping them from just gobbling all of France.
Yes.
Or they're just gonna get crushed. Like, I don't know. It's either one of those. Because Holland is not in a good situation to partition France. Andalusia is still like way too much to eat before they get there. So either Provence goes for the kill and just gets the lion's share of it, or I don't know. They're just gonna stagnate.
I'm not sure. Looking at what Granada's doing, they vassalized Portugal, which is very clever. I don't know if Portugal's colonizing, but
Do they have anything yet?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. Like Cabo Verde has not been touched. They haven't touched Arguin. They did not even touch Tenerife.
The whole New World is completely empty. Oh, and here we go. Gotland is colonizing Trinidad. I told them this. They need to get Trinidad first, move the capital there, because the capital is in Bermuda right now, I'm assuming.
Okay. Do we
Oh, it will once they get 5 provinces over here. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Gotland is going full-on colonial now. Yeah. There you go. And they'll gobble this up real fast, especially with no Portugal.
Yep.
It's free real estate. They're going to be the Pirates of the Caribbean. They're going to have a big navy. So
I think that's the play I would have done as Brittany. I would have just immediately looked to yeet myself out to the New World, which is what we did in 2019. I don't know. I mean, taking on France is also very lucrative, but way more dangerous and difficult.
So do you know what happened with the Brittany situation? How they got gobbled up by France?
I don't know. They got antagonized, but I don't know why.
No, so what happened was they supported the independence of the Isles. And the Isles, without warning, declared their independence against Scotland. Now, Scotland at the game start is guaranteed by France.
Oops.
So if you declare independence, you're also fighting France. And if you support independence, you don't get a call to arms, you just automatically join the war.
Yes.
So without any warning, Brittany was suddenly at war with France. And well, yes,
Oops.
okay, oops, I guess we get eaten now.
Rip.
So I'm not sure if that was a ploy by the Isles, but it was certainly very
move.
funny.
A move was made. Yeah, so there is some space for the. Oh wait, someone is in Tibet too. Oh, so looks like it's gonna be a 4-way Thunderdome in India.
Oh yes. So there's Tibet, there's Punjab, Mewar, and Orissa.
I'm thinking Tibet might be trying to make a move to try to grab Nepal, and very insanely good military ideas.
Could happen. I'd like to take a look at the religion map mode. They are definitely Vajrayana. They haven't been converting a lot of land. Who wants the Tibet team? Did they? Who was their original team?
I can't remember where they started. Could they be Dithmarschen? No, because Dithmarschen is still on the map.
Dithmarschen's still on the map, but they left.
So maybe that's them? I'm not 100%.
Could be. Could be, because we don't know where they went. Yeah, that's probably Dithmarschen then. Okay.
Actually, Tibet is going to have a difficult game. Because Bengal, Jaunpur are already pretty big. And obviously they can't do much against Ming at this stage.
Where's Frankfurt moved to? Frankfurt moved to Mallorca.
Yes, they just went to the
16th,
island.
16th Bundesrepublik. Alright. Chavchikavini, let's go.
Okay, so we still have a player war going on, which is... Well, it's technically a player war only because Scotland is involved with Desmond in England.
Yeah, oh
but it's a war of honors.
It's a war of honor.
They're not gonna even be able to take any land. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Switzerland can because they don't have a port. They don't know what a boat is.
No.
I mean, they do have a lake.
I'm not sure what the story behind this was because this happened right before we switched the casting. So I would have asked them, but Switzerland's actually been super cheeky. When the entire World War was happening, they declared a humiliation war against Holland, and they just joined 300 monarch points. They just saw an opportunity, like, okay, Holland is not going to deal with us right now. I'm just going to go declare this war, and they got the monarch points.
I mean, that's a free age objective, so I would take it.
Yeah, it's 100 monarch points of every type, and Holland instantly gave them the peace deal that they wanted because why not, right?
So does that mean that colonialism will spawn in Gotland? Because who else has seen the New World and is technically still on the continent?
Oh.
I think it's gonna have to be Gotland, because I think we're the only one who can.
Yes. Yes. Well, maybe... No, but Portugal doesn't have a province. The only person that owns a province, it is Gotland. Yes. Gotland is going to spawn colonialism. Wait, but
unless someone else, because do you need to see the New World and you have to go? It changed at some point.
You need to own a province. I wonder where their capital is right now. Did they already move it to Bermuda?
Oh wait, no, it's one of the follow. Oh god,
Yes, they already moved it to Bermuda, which they renamed Paradox Island and Paradox City. Wow. Okay. So they already moved it there. That means they can't spawn it. I think we might not see a colonialism for a while.
We have 5 more years before it does spawn.
It needs to be connected to the capital of Scotland. And it needs to be on the... Yeah, okay, so...
Portugal cannot spawn it as it is right now.
Who could do it?
Yeah, no, they're not matching the... they need to have a colony in progress. It doesn't take much, though, for them to do that. As soon as they have expansion and exploration, I guess they just need the money. They don't have the money. Like, I think Andalusia could have a play if they want to bankroll them to make sure that it spawns next to them rather than the other side of Europe.
Oh, okay, I see. No, yeah, Andalusia picked exploration ideas. So Andalusia's most likely going to be the one to spawn it, because Scotland can't anymore. And so I think...
Oh, because they moved the capital already?
Yes, yeah, they moved it. It's in Bermuda right now.
Oh, then they can't... Oh,
No.
yeah, that's going to take a while then, because Andalusia is far away now from getting colonies. They're going to start... They just started, actually. They started their first colony in Tenerife, but... Then they're gonna need like another 20 or 40 years to go anywhere. Oh, Blue Flames, what's happening?
Blue Flames, in the Swiss conquest of Intal. They are protecting Austria. I wonder if they are actually going to be protecting Austria here. It's finally happening. I almost exited the menu there.
That button is really dangerous.
Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So, it seems that Austria is finally getting partitioned. I don't know if it's in Serbia's interest to actually fight this war. They might just peace out after 12 months, so they don't get the penalty. Or they could actually decide to...
Let's see.
To intervene here.
I mean, there's France against them. To be fair, it's Austria, Hungary, and Serbia against Switzerland and France and Augsburg. You know what? If I want to punish Switzerland or Serbia, or if I want to sell my, like for example, if they want to be friends with the Pope, right? And the Pope wants them gone out of Italy, we could say, okay, you know what? I'll use this as a pretext to bid them up for you.
Yeah, maybe. If the Pope joins in as well, then and the Pope would want to do that.
Because yeah, they have France on their side, which it's gonna be good because fighting on land alongside France is usually a good idea. Although Austria-Hungary has barely fought anything yet, so they probably have they have some manpower. Hungary has some manpower. Well, France has 58k.
I think this war is going to escalate. If you take a look at the diplomatic map mode of France, I think this is what the war is going to be if Serbia is actually determined on fighting the Swiss over this. I think, though, let me take a look at what the Serbians are doing. They're not moving any armies into position. He is building some units here. I don't expect them to actually try and fight over here. Yeah, because it's in their interest if Austria gets partitioned, right? Because then Hungary is suddenly free game.
Yeah, but the problem is, if they get out of the war, how long is the truce with Austria-Hungary? Because if Austria starts losing, then anybody else should immediately jump on them to grab what they can before it's too late, right? So Mazovia, for example, should probably be considering making a move. Wallachia, Silesia, I guess, is too busy burning to start a war right now. Bavaria, they have to. Oh God, there's more peasant rebels than people in that country right now. Holy shit! There's like, look at them.
Yes, I see.
Go peasants.
Oh boy, yeah, they really went all out. And Bavaria told me that they wanted to do it, and they have a peasants war at the moment.
Actually, yeah.
Bavaria told me that they wanted to go full int on this war. They were offered a white peace, but they were like, no, we want it known that we stand by our allies and we fight to the end. We fight to the death. They had plenty of opportunities to peace out, but they didn't want to leave Frankfurt hanging, which is admirable, honorable. Bit like, Ned Stark, but now Frankfurt got relocated, and so the ally that they bled so hard for is gone.
Yep.
And they're going to be left holding this bag of peasant war.
Oh my god, you have -3 stab, no manpower, 0 prestige. Oh god, you have a burning. They're gonna burn. Like if I was Austria, I would have jumped Switzerland. I would have jumped them actually. Or I mean, I guess everybody just burned. If you look at the devastation map mode, there's some red. It's also interesting to see who has got some prosperity, like Serbia, Wallachia, Livonia, France, and I guess Holland have been managed to farm prosperity.
Oh yes, in Holland. Very nice. They dev this a lot. They have not yet. They're waiting for economic ideas. They almost have it finished. And then they'll start deving like crazy, I'm sure.
Yeah, have they got the ID bonus yet? They got their minus 10% of dev cost, yeah.
Yeah, and they're one idea away from finishing economic.
Serbia is just sitting on Constantinople right now doing nothing.
Ooh, and we have a Livonia. Look at this.
Oh.
Very pretty.
Ooh,
Livonia,
yeah.
very powerful ideas. Look at that.
They're pretty solid.
That is very solid. And they have Inno, they almost have quality, then they're going to get the infantry combat ability. They have 5% discipline, 15% infantry combat ability, 10% morale. Once they finish quality, I'm pretty sure quality-wise, Livonia is top-notch. And they are right now gobbling up Norway. They also own Dallas Kogan, the glorious gold mine. I think Livonia has a very bright future here. They are Catholic, however. Okay.
Oh, I'm surprised we didn't go for. Oh, because they started as an order, right? The Livonian order is Catholic.
Yes.
But I guess if they want to be fighting militarily, they probably would like to. I don't know. They
Oh, definitely. The idea set
Orthodox.
is way better.
Orthodox or Protestant. I don't think they. Can they get Orthodox to spread to them from? No, they have. I don't think they have kept any Orthodox around to. No, they don't have any source of orthodoxy at all around them. It's all in Russia.
I think militarily it is. Catholic has a 10% morale now.
I just heard an alliance being denied,
Alliance being that. Oh.
but I can't tell. Oh no, that was just a diplomatic offer. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Switzerland is just letting France just wipe the floor with Austria right now. I mean, I can't complain. Like seeing France beat up Austria, it just warms my heart most days. But I want Serbia to fight this. I don't know. I know it's an AI and you should not feel anything for it, but as a tech lead, I'm like, no, just
You
go
can't just
for
let
it.
them die.
Also, like, it's an occasion to spar with Austria, Switzerland. Like, no friends attached.
I think if they
nothing.
are fighting Switzerland, they're going to do it together with the Pope. And it is finally going to be this little love-hate relationship that the Serbs and the Papal State have is finally going to come to an end. They're going to join hands and they're going to go against the South Germans.
Actually,
You were earlier asking why Switzerland isn't attacking Bavaria. It's because these guys have their own little league, the South German League.
Oh, right.
And they are
why would they
sticking
keep,
together.
Yeah, but why would you keep Bavaria in it? Like, they're just gonna burden you.
Bavaria, at this point, is not going to be able
Like,
to
look
do
at them.
it.
They don't
They
even
do
have
own
more.
Prague, though.
Oh, they have even more peasants rebelling now.
Yeah, I think they should just accept the peasant demands at this point. Just get rid of it. That will also end the
Accept
disaster.
ask Caesar to make you a peasant republic at this point.
Maybe, yeah. So the Papal State were, did they set Aragon as a co-belligerent? They did. Okay, they set Aragon
Oh.
as a co-belligerent so that they can now give all of that juicy land. Wait, this is a separate war?
No, but yeah, because they attack with the help of France. But Andalusia jumped Aragon too, and they're occupying everything. So I don't think they're gonna get much, if at all.
Oh, the Pope is... Okay, so this is a race. This is a race against the... Who's leading the Siege of Venice? It is silly. It is not the Pope. Okay, very interesting. So this is... this will be the shot heard around the world, well, at least heard around Italy. This is where the next conflict will stem from. So the Pope is not happy with anyone touching Italy, right? And Sicily is trying to yoink Venice right from under their nose, as they have been doing since day one. They've been trying to gobble this up, but it was too much aggressive expansion for them. Once they do take Venice, the Pope will not be happy, and they will definitely go to war. And I think Serbia will have their back. I think Serbia will have their back.
I just looked at it, and I think it might be possible for whoever wins the conflict.
Blue
with
Flames? Blue Flames! The Serbian conquest of Sinop. The Serbian conquest of Sinop. This is an actual player war. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Sinop. Where?
Where is the Serbian army that they got?
Oh, did they attack?
Were they
IQ?
sent packing?
Oh, and they brought the Tunis with them, and Wallachia. Why is Wallachia going on this? What are they gonna gain? I guess they don't have a choice right now. They're basically a vassal at this point.
And they're at war with Moldavia too. Okay. It'll be interesting to see if Ryazan is going to join this war in an effort to gobble up some Moldavian lands.
So is that the promise to Wallachia then? Like, okay, Serbia will not backstab them; they'll feed them Moldova instead and say, "You can go this way. I'll go south. You go north."
The Serbians and the Wallachians have been good friends. So I think they have a lot of goodwill there.
I mean, that's the only way.
But now, yeah, Wallachia is going to go north.
I guess that's
probably.
the only way this alliance works, right?
Yes.
I mean, to be
if
fair,
Wallachia has some room to expand,
I would take Anatolia over Moldova in terms of development and land, but still, that's an out, especially since the Russians will take a while to finish consolidating.
Did Serbia pay off all their debt? Did they bankrupt? They did go bankrupt. Okay.
Oh, they use your secret technique.
When does that end? 3 years. If this war lasts for 3 years, I can guarantee Ryazan's going to join in on the Serbian side. But we'll see how it develops. They are right now sieging down Ankara.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at the quality of both of these.
That's not a bad fort to fight on, but AQ does not seem to have the numbers. They're gathering their forces. I think we can bring up like 30k. 30k is going to be tough compared to what Wallachia plus Serbia have. Unless... Wait, why is Moldova not crossing the border? Moldova is just like... Look at this. They're not even moving into Wallachia.
Maybe I'm not sure.
Because they could, right? Like, Wallachia has no troops. All their troops are stuck in Anatolia. Like, they could just walk into Romania and just siege like Bucharest and Carpathia, but they're not doing it.
The Mamluks is doing work for the East, by the way. They have 5 morale, which is way higher than anyone else, and they just sank the Serbian navy.
Wipe the navy over and over.
I'm not sure what Moldavia is planning here. Is Moldavia really deep in debt as well? They are.
Oh, is that why they're sitting this one out?
Maybe. And what do they have to gain? Well, survival. They have survival to gain.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a player ally that gets attacked. If you stay out of it,
that's
like,
not going to look good.
It might as well decline the call to arms, right?
What's going on with Tunis? Tunis is also in this war. They are an attacker against Akuyulu, so they're joining... Okay. I was not expecting that. Are they actually helping out? Where is the Tunisian army?
Yeah, so Serbia got out of the war with Austria. They completely let them go. The Pope is still trying to siege Venice, but they can't get war score compared to Scilly.
I think Tunis is cheering them on because whilst this is going on, they're just gobbling up some AIs in West Africa. So I don't expect... But the thing is, Tunis is a great distraction for the Mamluk AI. So, there is that. If the Mamluk AI actually sieges down Tunis and they can hit them out, I see Ak having a chance because then the Mamluk forces will meet them north and they might be able to use his AI as a little bit of a buffer. This siege is progressing quite quickly. It seems that the fort was mothballed, most likely. They paid for it at the start of the war because it's not full.
Oh yeah, no, it's only 600 people. Yeah.
But here we go. I think they're going to move in. They're going to need more troops than this if they want to have a chance of success. It is on the hills. Let me go take a look at their tech. They're tech 7 versus tech 8. So there is a tech advantage on the Serbian side. The Serbians also have aristocratic ideas for the cavalry combat ability. What do you have? Aristocratic ideas for the cavalry. And also very nice traditions.
What's their capital on? Because they have the idea to get +1 on your capital terrain type, but where's their capital?
Their capital is on the highlands. This is also on the highlands.
That's another +1.
That's not a +1. If they're going to go, they need to go now. They need to go now.
Yeah, the rolls are going to happen soon. If the general is 4 shock, I would 4 shock. If they have 4 shock, they should try it. 4 shock and +2, I would try.
Economically, Serbia, I think, should be rock solid. They have 1 loan versus Ox 12. So
let's see. What about morale?
And again, time is not on Ox side. Time is not on Ox side because Ryazan will most likely help the Serbs once they're out of their bankruptcy.
Yes, stat-wise they could.
And Moldavia needs to move now because they're on a clock.
They're the allies, right? Or they're just hoping to wait 12 months and just peace out. But
maybe
that makes you an oath-breaker, right?
Come on. I don't think they have a deal on paper.
All right.
This is just an informal alliance.
Why are they pulling back? I think
Serbia's getting very unlucky. 77%.
Wow. I would.
Let's see. Okay.
They got it. I would have taken my chances on that siege, honestly. I think they could have won this. They have more shock, and they had +2. Yeah, no, they could have won this. I would have taken my chances on the on the hills.
Scotland is at war. Scotland went exploration expansion, and they are now seeking to be a real contender to Gotland in the New World.
You know what Silly could do right now? They could vassalize Venice and then call everybody saying that the Pope attacked their vassal. I don't think they have the allies to do that, but they could. They have the war score to do it.
Oh, I would want to ask them. That is. Oh, are they? Would they do that?
I don't know, because
they have mostly player allies, though.
yeah, and
The main advantage
and
of doing the vassal trick is to get big AIs.
yeah, because the Pope has France on their side, and I.
Well,
wait,
it would be a way to get into a war with the Pope without having to deal with Austria and France.
Wait, would that call the Emperor, since they are in the Empire? I'm not sure. Because technically they are in the Empire and the Pope is not. So would that call Austria?
Because it's retroactive, I don't think it would.
And also Austria is basically burning right now. I'm not sure if it would move on anyone. That would be a risky move if they can't get better allies. But holy shit, Aku, you should take your chances on a good battle while you can.
Yeah, so far
get some allies.
they haven't, and Moldavia is finally moving in. They occupy Tolsu, but Wallachia is on their way with twice their number.
Are they bankrupt? Oh, they are. Or no, they're just in bad shape. They're not bankrupt.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of loans. They didn't declare a bankruptcy, as opposed to Ryazan, who did. Ryazan's now in a really good spot. They have 2 loans, but it's fine, and the interest is quite high because they are bankrupt. But pretty soon that'll change.
I thought IQ was no, they're not hired.
The Popes in the HRE, they stayed?
Did they?
Oh, they did.
Oh, that's how they can gobble Venice without all those problems.
Do they have submission to the Emperor? Okay, I see. They're allied to Austria to not get the modifier.
So that's fine. Actually, nobody has done the Empire play. I mean, Hess did an Empire play early on, and now it's gone. Like, we lost an Elector. No reform has been passed. This is a pretty, well, barely holy and clearly not Roman or an empire at this point.
It is certainly not holy. How's the Reform Desire doing? Oh, the Pope is gonna be pissed. So Silly just took Venice.
Well, I would have done it.
I would have too. And I think communication between these two has completely broken down.
I'm surprised they have not jumped them yet. Like, Silly doesn't have the firepower to stop them. If it just could storm them right now.
They could. Silly is supposed to be allied to Switzerland, though.
Oh, on paper at least.
On paper, they are. Yeah, they're allied to Andalusia right now and Perm.
Yeah, Andalusia is a bit more tricky to fight, I guess.
So Silly is actually in a tricky spot because they are both part of the South Germans and the SNL. So if those two ever go to war, Silly will be an Oathbreaker because they need to choose sides. They're on 2 alliances that might not be on the same side. So,
you know what's funny is I think France is gonna be fed even more arrogant by the Pope due to the fact that they're co-belligerent in the Venice War. Like, we're just feeding AI France all day. I'm not sure what the play is here.
yeah, I mean, at some point we're gonna need to deal with France. Yes. Yeah.
Looks like we missed one battle between AQ and Serbia, but they clearly did not have the number and they lost it.
I mean, it seems like they're just hanging back.
I guess we're waiting for them.
They might have had a chance on Ankara together with their Highland bonus.
Yeah.
Or they could make a play if they siege on Ankara now. Would the Serbs be trapped?
Can they? Oh, it depends if we can get access to the Ottomans.
Yeah, they have access to the Ottomans, so no, they wouldn't be trapped. Okay, interesting.
I guess it all depends on how much we can get Tunis out of the war, so that the Mamluk can bring all their troops on the other side. Because right now we're just busy, like, dying in the desert.
Yeah, I think Tunis probably fine.
And Moldova has retreated.
We have a battle. The Serbs are attacking with a crossing and a terrain penalty
Yeah,
against
but they have
Akayunlu.
They
But
have the... Oh, wait.
Akayunlu is coming in. This is a good battle for them. This is pretty much as good as it's going to get for them. And here we go.
Yes,
Here we go. We've got a
yes,
0.
they have-
What are the leaders like? We've got a
Oh.
3-2 and a 2-4.
God, they
I
have-
think it's close. I think it's going to be very close.
I think they're going to win
Keep
this.
in mind, a lot of
No,
the
they're
numbers
winning.
on the
They're
Serbian
winning.
side are cannons. Are they winning? Are they winning? I think it's going to come down to
No,
rolls.
they're
here.
gonna win.
I
They're
think
gonna
it's
win.
going to come down to rolls. It's
I'm
6-5. 6-5. Oh, it's going to be super close.
Oh, they're winning.
And they won. They won. Wow. Wow. Okay, there's still hope for the white sheep.
Oh, and they had 43 more coming behind. That I think they just hired mercenaries.
They do. They
Oh
do.
yeah, they just hired 2 stacks of like 40k.
Wow. Oh, okay. They need to fix their economy soon because it's over for them. They went bankrupt.
Oh,
Ak
God.
went bankrupt. They
Oh,
panicked.
they went too
They
far.
hired the
They spammed the
mercs.
button and they died. Oh god.
They spammed the button and they went bankrupt.
I mean, Serbia doesn't know it, but they're probably gonna realize that quickly.
Yeah, I think they'll realize very quickly because it instantly disbands your mercenaries. They now have a massive penalty to their morale, and they lost all their monarch points.
That was a really bad move. Because they could have turned this around.
I can understand. They saw how nail-baiting the battle was. They were like, okay, I'm going to quickly hire some mercs. I'll delete other mercs later, so I'll be fine. And, you know, it's multiplayer. You can't pause. So it's an understandable move.
It is a
At
thing.
least they had one last huzzah.
It is maybe the one thing is even if you're a very good single player, the first time you play an MP and you realize you can't pause, you might make mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, they want to. I think, you know, they tried. They tried. But now this is over. And Serbia will gobble this up.
Well, free real estate again. And is Moldova a co-belligerent? I don't think so.
Let's go take a look. This is a war
Georgia
that
is.
Serbia declared.
Wait,
Moldavia is not a co-belligerent, no.
I'm still gonna try to take something out.
Oh, and Moldavia. Which is, by the way, I happen to be talking to the Serbian players. That is not an accident. Okay, they know exactly what they're doing. When they're allied to people, they don't necessarily want to give them the most amount of land. Okay, they're just fine if their allies grow just a little bit slower.
I mean,
than them.
I mean, you can look at the map and tell that, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
They have been giving them very few so far. Okay, Austria is now at peace. It didn't.
Haza joined the war.
Oh wow.
Oh, Haza joined the war. Okay, well, that's a little bit mustard after the meal because, you know,
Oh my God.
Ak is definitely bankrupt. So
Austria recovered and they jumped Bavaria. We're just coming on an early Roman intervention.
No. Oh no! Oh
Go
no!
AI.
Oh no! No!
Go
no,
AI. Look,
Oh no! No!
to
no!
be fair,
no,
they're not
no.
gonna fight many Bavarians. They're mostly gonna fight peasants.
I mean, it is a way to get rid of your rebels, I suppose.
Oh my God, they barely have any troops, but they're still going.
Okay, and no one's coming to the aid of Bavaria, so I think it's safe to say the South German League is dead.
It's not gonna go
there.
for. I mean,
No one's gonna help
to
them.
be fair, maybe they'll lose one province, and then all their like rebels will be cleared out by Austria. You know, they say it's an intervention, but against whom, right? It could be against the peasants. Maybe they're just trying to suppress a peasant revolts in the empire. Well, they also say they want Budweis, but maybe they'll just. Oh, because yeah, it's unlawful territory from their vassal actually, because Bohemia is a junior partner of Austria.
This is about as much as they're gonna do, unless he's interested in the land. Oh, he's sort of interested in the F. Okay, so they might make a different peace deal then.
Oh, hey, look
I
at
wonder
this
what
though.
the AI is gonna do.
Serbia has not noticed yet because they're not back on the offense.
Wait, I can check what they're gonna do.
Serbia is regrouping. They're not back on the offense. I think they might have not noticed the damage that AQ took. To be fair, as if AQ
Okay.
can like bluff Serbia long enough, how much can they ask?
This is roughly what they're gonna ask.
Oh boy.
This is what the AI wants in any case. They want in Bayern, and then they want them to release all their countries, 10% income. What income? There's only peasants here. And every single province released. Oh, God.
Oh boy.
That is painful.
Well,
That is painful.
for once, the Emperor is doing his job and actually defending the integrity of the Empire, so I can't really go against him. I'm still looking like... I think
Do you think Ak still has a chance here?
I
Because
mean,
this is a lot of units. I mean, Ak units themselves
I'll
cannot
never-
participate in the war
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Because they've got zero morale. They're not going to do anything.
Wait. Moldova peaced out. Cowards!
Moldova peaced out. What did they peace out for?
It's a 5-year truce, so I think nothing. I think they probably signed a white peace. Oh, you cowards.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I guess, but they know about Ryazan. Ryazan is about to lose its bankruptcy, so I don't think it's technically a coward move because they know that they're coming for them. Do they have a CB? They have a CB. So, I don't know. I hope they get. They'll need to talk to Mazovia or Perm, but Ryazan has proven that they're.
Okay, so the Indian Thunderdome is looking more like an Indian friendship is magic box because Mewar is like Punjab and Orissa. So I think they just decided to split like North India in three. Although Punjab is getting stuck by the mountain, so I'm not sure where they're gonna go with that.
Let's go take a look at India. Okay.
So Mewar, Orissa, and Punjab are in the same boat now.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's gonna be portion of Jaunpur, Bahmani, and Delhi. I think Punjab is probably the one that really needs to snake to get out of it, unless they go for Persia. But Tibet is out of that box. They don't have any. They have an alliance.
Are they? I think what
No, they have an alliance with Punjab. Okay, so
the thing is, they just got placed in these countries.
yeah, so I guess nobody wants to pull the trigger early on.
Yeah, they at this point they're just gonna build it up, set up the country to be well and proper, and then they might start fighting each other.
Figure out what's going on. Yeah, I get
for
that.
example, I'm pretty sure they didn't pick these ideas. This is what the AI picked for them. Okay, so Punjab, either they asked for some save edits here because they got quality eco. Over here we got quality. They probably asked.
Yeah,
for
they asked for a
edits.
save edit to get better ideas.
Orissa is going espionage economic. Actually, if you finish espionage ideas, I'm pretty sure you get to spy on people. There's a roleplay mechanic.
Isn't there like a good combo with espionage that I always forget, but it's actually cool?
I'm pretty sure if you have espionage, you can ask the spy master to spy for you and get information for you, or something like that.
Okay, Serbia is taking a sweet time to move on. I wonder if
That's
Aki
interesting.
could take that time to recover, because they have the advantage. They should press on. Like they should murder them before they recover.
The thing is, now Ryazan has no reason to join on their side. So we know that Ryazan's not going to be intervening in this because there's no interest for them now that Moldavia is gone. So Moldavia piecing out might actually end up helping Akiyulu. Because now that they don't have to deal with the fearsome Chad Ryazanis.
Gives them a breathing room, that's for sure. Okay, Tunis, I think, is gonna get dispatched the mammal. Although.
Oh.
No, I think they're winning this one. Oh.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
the Mamluks have retreated. Oh yeah,
I'm not sure.
it's a long march to Tunis. It's not a good. Austria's just wiping the floor with Bavaria. Shouldn't be laughing at this, but it's pretty funny to watch.
Where is all the... Why are you here? It's the Mamluk AI chasing a butterfly again instead of actually helping in the war. They're all the way down in Yao.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if AQ was smart, they would try to piece out Tunis so the Mamluk AI can come and help them out.
Yeah, but why would Tunis help? Why would Tunis accept that?
But
they need to go, like actively. They need to IRL walk over to Tunis, say, "Hey, what do you want?"
Yeah, what does Tunis want actually is a question, right?
Yeah.
Do they want piece of the Mamluks? Are the Mamluks co-belligerent in this war?
Could Tunis send an offer? No, they'd have to occupy the land. Yeah.
The Mamluks are not co-belligerent. So, wait. Wallachia did not get anything from Moldova.
No, they're white peace.
And Tunis is not gonna get much because they're not co-belligerent. It's just like Serbia's gonna feed itself.
Wallachia is getting the short end of the stick here.
And I'm not sure what Tunis is
The
aiming for right
vampires
there.
are dying for the Serbs, and they didn't get a single piece of land. A
Yeah.
single piece. Meanwhile, if we take a look at the Great Powerless, I'm pretty sure Ox on it, actually. That is very interesting.
AQ is... Yeah, they have a bunch of development because
How
they
much
ate all the
development?
way to Baghdad.
Serbia, this is not just a war for land. This is also a war for being on the 8th spot of the Great Powerless.
True.
After this war, it will switch if they win, but it's looking increasingly likely that they will. Wait, what? Sus is part of this.
So my question is, what are the North German gonna do now? Because they're barely running out of real estate up all there. Like, there's barely anything to grab left. There's like the reminders of Dithmarschen, some bits of Brandenburg, Bremen. That's not a lot of land.
No.
And if they team up together, especially with a weak Austria, they could just take everything in really quickly. So, what's the play there? There's just...
At some point, this alliance will fall apart, and I think it begins when they start fighting Holland.
Yeah. I think Hamburg is the one that might be in trouble, because they're the one in the middle, and you don't want to be in the middle when some people are looking to grow.
Are you in the middle, or are you on the frontier to take as much from Holland as possible?
If they manage to get everybody to go against Holland.
Which they are an Oathbreaker, so they have
right.
an RPCB on them, basically.
I think like
a
Hamburg...
roleplay CB.
Do you see a world where both Hamburg and Lübeck exist? Like, I don't know. It sounds to me like they're stepping on each other's toes.
It can work, but keep in mind they've been allied since the start of the game, so there's a lot of trust there.
What about Augsburg? Augsburg is completely stuck now. I mean, they should bounce Bavaria now.
Yes,
oh, they have done it. They've
definitely.
realized that Bavaria is gone. They might as well take everything they can.
Yes, yes.
Like, I think everyone who wants a piece of Bavaria will jump now.
I think it's going to be mostly Augsburg that gets something here, and Switzerland. I think the Augsburg-Switzerland alliance is holding strong. I'm wondering how Hesse feels about this whole thing, because Hesse is not part of the Northern Alliance. This is the Golden League. Over here. This is the Golden League.
Wait, Hesse is part of the South Germans?
And no, Hesse is part of the SNL,
which is
the League of Shitty Nations that got clapped.
To be
no,
fair,
they weren't part of it, but I think they're going to.
Oh yeah, they have
switch.
they have Holland with them though.
Because they are part. Yeah, no, Hesse was part of the Golden League. But they're going to. I think they'll switch sides. So.
To be fair, Hesse could have a play switching with Holland and just saying, you know what, you give me Lübeck and Hamburg, and you go to the British Isles and France, and we'll be good friends.
Maybe.
Although Provence might want their share of France. Like we could see like a Hesse, Holland, Provence. Like
if you take a look at the shape, you could have the vertical countries versus the horizontally shaped countries.
Yeah, that's one way. Okay, I'm thinking of like blocks. I would say like you let Hesse that just eat all of Germany, you let Provence eat all of France, and you let Holland like eat all of the British Isles, and they can be like three very strong nations.
Yeah.
And I think that's a solid alliance.
Oh, we have another big battle over here on the capital of Akkyunlu. Ak needs to join this war with 1,000 units, this battle with 1,000 units, so that they apply the terrain bonus and the general.
The morale is against them, though, because of the bankruptcy.
Oh boy.
And that's a really bad morale. But
and that is a very good Hausa general.
Oh, they send them
Hausa
packing
coming
anyway.
out with a 4-5 leader.
Holy shit, they managed to send... Oh, yeah, it's because Akku was minority in there. Did they get saved by AI? Oh, is there any player? No, Hassa is a player.
Hassa is a player, yes, yes.
What's their ID said? Quantity trade... And they don't even have, like, big bonuses?
Meanwhile, Shervan's just sitting here with some popcorn looking at all this.
I mean, they're just eating Ajam, are they? Yeah, they're just busy, like, gobbling all of Persia right now.
I think, did they dishonor the call to arms? They did!
Oh.
Shame! Shervan was allied to Akkuyunlu and they dishonored the call to arms. Oh, I think someone's going up on the Oathbreaker for it.
So Sealy wishes to announce that we are in a golden age. Well, I mean, better use it now than never, because I think the Pope is coming for you, and he's gonna take. I think it's not gonna last much longer than that.
Are you seeing this, chat? Missionary slider on 0, converting the Zoroastrian province.
Someone has a play in there.
Let's go take a look at their rebel faction. It is 0%. Okay. Yeah, they spawned them earlier, but they didn't own Isfahan, so they couldn't form Persia, and the rebels didn't want to move to the rest of their land. So this is going to take some time. Shervan's kind of busy with this, so I understand that they didn't want to fight a big player war right now. But still, I mean, I don't know if there's going to... If they do lose this war, is not going to be out, down and out for the count. So they're going to look for some vengeance, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shervan is definitely going to switch to Zoroastrianism and probably build up this one there. Very nice.
I'm taking a look at colonialism.
Ak is at -2 stat because they declared a bankruptcy.
Wow.
But they didn't declare it. You can't just declare it and nothing will happen. No, they actually went bankrupt. because there was a big battle. It was super close. They panicked, hired a whole bunch of mercenaries, and it was just one mercenary too many. They went a little bit too far over the force limit, and
Yeah. We could have. I think they could have turned this around, but I mean, they're still winning, or at least managing to avoid the worst. What's the war goal actually?
it's Sinop.
Are they finally? Oh, they are sitting on it now.
Yes.
So they are gaining war score, but
I think India is not going to have any player wars for the time being
No,
because
but-
they are on new countries, so they just need to organize everything, set it all up. Maybe later tonight they're probably talking to each other because
Yeah.
there's no. It takes a while to establish all these alliances, like IRL. So they're gonna do a lot of talking, kind of chill for a little bit, gobble up these AIs, probably try and keep each other from getting too big, maybe, but.
Yeah, it's
just
gonna
by
be-
proxy.
Yeah, I think right now, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they have a lot to decide yet. Maybe they have already pre-partitioned this on paper.
Probably.
I am expecting this to be like, we'll see in practice we manage to gobble and be able to dictate their terms to the others like later today.
Yeah.
The thing that surprises me is I think we're going to have a world without colonialism for a long time because the closest one to it is Andalusia, and their closest colonies is still on the...
Oh boy.
is not far.
Is Warsangali in trouble?
One of it getting killed by the AI.
Perhaps. Mutapa is... Wait, what?
Oh god, that's a lot of war exhaustion.
And Mutapa is helping them. But I don't know if Mutapa is actually helping them or if...
Wait, is that a play war?
No, it's not. It's the Warsangali of... Yeah, they're just helping them out.
Wow.
Mutapa is... Who was Mutapa again? The old country?
I forgot.
Was it? Mutapa Death Marchant?
Maybe actually.
Yeah, Mutapa was Death Marchant, yeah. So imagine being Death Marchant first and having no place to grow for 50 years because you're boxed in, and now you get to play as Mutapa and you have this wide open space to grow into. Must feel good, man.
I would go ham.
I would go total
And
ham,
you
yeah.
could go ham too, chat, because EU4 is 75% off this week.
Yeah! Perfect!
Hey, I work for
Awesome.
Paradox for a reason, okay? They didn't hire me
Hey.
for my looks.
That was very smooth. That was very smooth.
All right. So yeah, I was saying that colonialism will take a while because the closest nation to get it is Andalusia, and their colonies have not pushed farther than Tenerife so far. So I think we're looking at least like 10 years.
No. It's not going to be that long. It depends on what Andalusia is going to do. Andalusia's probably pissed about the whole...
They need a colony somewhere to spawn in, right?
Yeah, they need at least one.
They need a colony that
one
is,
province.
and it doesn't. It can't be just the one they have on Tenerife.
They can see it now. I want to take a look at their colonial range. Oh, they could do it right now.
If they had the money,
Where's their colonist? They can reach it right now.
we're getting a guest. All right, since we have a moment of somewhat quiet, although we are still keeping an eye on the AQR, we have a guest. Come in, introduce yourself to all of you. Or how many people are watching us now? About 2,000 of you are watching you. Thank you, chat.
Feels good. Feels
Tell
good.
your friends. Hello.
Hello.
I am from the nation of Silesia.
Silesia, let's go take a look.
Silesia.
We have just become a Hussite Silesia.
Oh, very nice.
I respect that.
The traitorous Pope, who has decided to annex Ferrara, is going to see a little bit of the resurrection of Jan Žižka as we are invading the Pope.
You're invading the Pope. Okay.
You in what army, if I may?
When are you going to do this?
So if you notice, we have 34,000 in Sealy right there.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Where did you find that
Oh,
army?
wow.
Like, you don't, wow.
But
we have very
how-
good relations with the Emperor. We have very good relations with the Emperor. They have been assisting us somewhat.
And you're about to be bankrupt.
Yes.
So
that's-
what's your plan?
That was not the plan.
Okay.
That was not part of it.
When you discover live that maybe your co-player is making some mistake, please,
moments
please,
before
please.
disaster. You're getting money from someone, though. Someone is funding you. I see the money coming in.
We are getting assistance because
Okay.
the Pope is I mean, the Pope dares sell indulgences. I mean, come on, really?
Look, I don't want to decide on which side God is. I'm just saying you're facing an aristocratic coup, a peasant war, and a bankruptcy. So, I mean, I hope God is on your side, because right now I'm not 100%. But you know what? I want to see it. I
want to see it.
I want to see a sign of God that
You keep getting money. Where is this money coming from? Who is funding you? This is amazing.
God is on our side.
Uh-huh.
Take the Pope.
This is God's money.
And
Trickling down.
would God happen to be North German by any chance?
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly
You
the
know what?
rich North German.
You heard it
nations are
first. God
funding
is
you.
North German, and I hate
Lubeck
saying
would
that.
have the money for this, and Hamburg can also send gifts. How's Holland doing? Holland is making $20 a month, so they could also be funding this. I'm not sure why they would, but I'm sure they could.
I think the Pope really needs to talk to his flock, because like right now I'm seeing a lot of heresy going around and people sponsoring heresy even. I mean, there is money in the courier coffers, but I don't know, 80% reform desire. I think we're not there yet.
So
We're
when
getting close. The Hussites always led the way for the Reformation.
Oh,
so I'm
Swabia.
expecting this war to happen quickly because you're overforced them.
Yes,
But what is there something that you're waiting for, or are you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
I am waiting.
You're waiting for a sign from God.
You're waiting
maybe.
for the Tech 9.
Yes, actually, that is one thing that we are waiting
Well,
for.
this
We are
is
very
this
close.
is really good. So yeah, you should take it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because
Fair enough.
Condata infantry is gonna make a big difference. Although,
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Although
It's a war of Silesian aggression.
No CB, best CB.
No CB,
Oh my
best
God.
CB.
I
All
have to
alone?
say, the Pope also have Mill 9. You know what? We'll see. Okay. Is God a Hussites? Oh, is God with the Hussites or the Catholics today? We'll have an answer really soon.
The Pope must be thinking, what the Franciscus? What is this?
Wait, you have Austria,
I
Bohemia,
wonder
France,
if they saw
Hungary,
this coming.
province. Look, I know you have God on your side, but the other side has France. So, you know, as a Frenchman, I knew who I'm betting on.
I mean, I think we can get some claps in chat for the bravery of the Silesians here. This is very brave
so-
indeed.
I mean, I'm not too worried about the French. They didn't help the Scots.
I have a
much.
question. I'm not well versed
Fair
in
enough.
Hussites, but do they like approve of ritualistic suicide, or because I thought it was I thought it was the Catars. I'm very confused right now.
I think it's more important that the Pope gets taught a lesson.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
I think
okay.
I want to see you teach him a lesson,
We're trying.
but do it quick because I see a lot of troops coming in. Oh God, lessons are gonna be taught.
So, how did you end up? Did you end up selling Krakow?
Yes, we ended up selling Krakow. It actually is a Hussite Krakow.
Oh, is Poland
Oh.
gonna try something funny?
Are they going to go Hussite, you think?
I will not confirm nor deny.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Poland might. All right, children. Are you about to see what happens when you defy God? And hopefully he's on your side.
I hope so as well.
Okay.
All
Why
right,
don't you
well.
have no? Why do you have no morale?
Oh boy,
Why do we
the
have no?
French are coming.
Why do we have no morale?
What happened?
They switch into new units.
Oh, before declaring war.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine. It's all part of the
It's part of
Hussite God
it's part of
tactics.
the Hussite plan.
Hussite God tactics. They know what they're doing.
I
mean, the Pope has 5 shock and 5 fire, but you know you have God, so who needs God when you have 5 shock and 5 fire?
I'm sure
Let's
we'll
see
be
how
fine.
it goes. Let's see how it goes. I want to see. Okay.
Cut the video.
Cut the feet.
Yeah, this
Cut the
yeah.
feet. Oh God. Oh God. Children, stop watching. This is.
Oh,
God.
oh, God.
Oh no. Hussites. Why?
Oh boy, this might actually be a wipe.
Oh,
if
no.
It,
Oh.
it's very close, but no.
Okay.
You're still alive. You're still good. You're still
God
good.
is on our side.
You got an
Oh no. Salzburg is coming for the kill. Salzburg, no.
not safe for work. Okay.
This is. Oh, another guy.
F's in chat for
Okay.
the brave Hussites. One last huzzah.
So, children,
Huzzah, you get it?
if you wondered at home why Catholic heresy have a hard time, this is why. This is why.
There you go. Okay.
I was hoping for a second, and then I looked at the numbers. I'm like, wait, are
I
you
was
sure
like-
about
yeah,
that one?
When you came in, I was like, oh yeah, okay, great. Who you gonna go in with? Is it gonna be? Actually, Swabia formed just now. That's
Yep.
gonna be interesting. Is it gonna be Swabia, Switzerland finally invading the Pope? But this was a bit like the charge of the Gondorian Knights against Osgiliath.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? You need two things on your side to win. You need
Yes.
numbers and God, and they had neither. But they
I mean,
tried.
it was very brave. It was very brave.
You know what? Yeah, okay. You need to be bold. That's the last thing you need to.
Props to Silesia. That was some. Yeah.
If I was Poland, I would jump them though.
I
To take the stuff before somebody. Oh, they can't. Oh no, they can.
They could. They
Like,
could. They
just-
don't have a
just-
truce.
I mean, just a message to you, Pomerania, Mazovia. It's free real estate right now. No, because we still have allies. We still have Wallachia, Perm, and Silly. Would they actually honor the call to arm if someone tried to just come and eat some of it?
I think no. I don't think they would. They're all players. I don't think they're going to defend them. I wonder what's going to happen to them though. What the Pope is going to do? Is the Pope just going to force them back into Catholicism?
Oh, I would force religion.
Can they do that? Is there? Are they below 100%?
I think they might be.
No, a little bit too
They
expensive.
can't make them a vassal. They can feed Bohemia, but that's not super useful. They can't form any vassal. I'm not sure what they can do with it.
Huh.
They can try to pillage Poland. I'm not sure there's enough development for them to gain anything.
It is quite rich, so let's go take a look.
Let's see. Oh no, 21 dev. I don't think they can feed much. Somebody's asking us, can the Age of Reformation fire without colonialism? I think the answer is yes.
Yes.
The only thing it needs is for the Reformation to reform. But I think the Pope just made a message to the world right now. The world should be Catholic and don't dare try anything else.
Well, I mean, they got declared a pawn, so it's not. I think they're
I
just
still
very
feel like-
confused about what happened. Why did
Look,
this happen to us?
It's still a message to the world, like, defy God and the Pope, Austria, Bohemia, France, Hungary, Provence, Salzburg, Serbia will jump you.
Yeah, most likely. I think Serbia, Silesia is going to be gobbled up. They pretty much had no place to go. I think they're gonna look to
Yeah, I think this
relocate.
this is how you ask politely for a respawn.
Yes. Oh, by the way, guys, do you know? Have you seen this on the stream? They renamed this to Piast Deep.
Piast deep.
So a little in-game history lesson here. They when Mazovia declared their independence, it was very difficult. Poland
Yes.
was still super strong. They had a bunch of North German friends, but they couldn't help because they were stuck sieging down Poznan. So you had the siege race between Poznan and Warsaw. And Warsaw was at 21% with a breach, and they were still sieging Poznan. And then at the very last second, the North Germans broke through Poznan and saved the siege, winning Mazovia its
Oh,
independence.
so it's
it
the-
was such a Helm's Deep
so-
moment.
Nice.
It was really hype to sit
This
next
is
to
the North
them.
German Hussard arrived just
Yeah,
in the nick of time.
exactly. That was pretty epic.
I just toggled to the war between AQ and Serbia, and I think the numbers are starting to be increasingly in favor of Serbia.
Yes.
Oh god, this is that's a lot.
I mean,
To be fair,
the Mamluks
Serbia,
are out of the war. so-
Serbia has bled way more. Serbia has bled like 70,000 manpower on this thing. Like Serbia is taking way more losses, but the numbers are not on their side. Oh, they pissed out the Mamluks.
I need technical. My power is off in 5
I
minutes.
think if
to
you
save
start,
energy.
if you click things, it should not do that. We can't hear you, by the way. Maybe chat can, but I can't. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine.
gone.
We got
It's
it.
gone.
We got it.
It's
We
gone.
clicked the buttons and something happened.
I'm good
Okay,
at
so
computer.
now it's
Djibouti got sieged down. So
yeah.
it's,
Now it's a race between rebels and Serbia to just occupy all of AQ. Wallachia is still like deeply fighting this. I don't know why they bother. What are they gonna gain about this?
I think they've gotten the promise that they're gonna fight Moldavia soon. Moldavia must be scrambling to get friends. Maybe Mazovia. I don't know.
Actually, the truce ends next July next year. I mean, they would be attacking, so... Oh yeah, but only Perm will defend them. Perm and AQ is not in a way. Like, yeah, Wallachia is in a position to just declare war on Moldova like in a year, and if Moldova doesn't get better allies soon, they're not gonna
What
go very
happened
far.
here? Did they threaten war? Why do they have a new truce with Ryazan?
Someone was asking why isn't in chat. Are there have
It's
been?
a fresh truce. Look at it. It's 5 years, and the bar is like
Did they break alliance?
maybe.
Oh, I think that's what happened. They broke alliance. That's why they're gonna get. I'm telling you, they're getting jumped. Unless they find like their diplomats should be hard at work. Now.
It could also be that that Ryazan just wants to recover right now from all the wars,
Well-
and that they made a deal like, hey, don't worry, I'm not going to come for you. We just ally for a day, and then break, so we have a truce.
Right. Oh, because they were not allied before.
No, they were
Oh,
not.
So it's
no.
like a way of getting a non-aggression pact, I guess.
Yeah, and this is better than on paper because it's also in the game. If you
Oh.
truce break, you lose 5 stab.
Ryazan is still recuperating quite hard. They're facing internal conflicts and peasants' war. They have
Yeah, I
low
can
manpower.
understand why they would want the non-aggression pact.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
they like if they still aim to form Russia, they're gonna need a while to go to do that because right now they're not. And I think Pskov is actually probably still in the race to. No, I thought Pskov was at respawn.
Oh.
Well, AI Pskov is still fighting this.
I think we're going to see a Poland.
Oh.
Click it. Click it.
Click the button.
Click it.
Click the button.
Click the button.
We're watching you.
Poland?
Yeah, you should do it soon because Lithuania hates you, gods. Oh, they got Lithuania though.
Yeah.
That's
That's a cute little vassal.
To be fair, Livonia took a bunch
Cute
of the
little
real estate.
vassal with a lot of potential there.
Yeah, I mean, especially if Moldova is looking like dead meat.
Is rebel? Yeah, I'm not sure why they're not killing these.
They just like their peasants. Or they don't have troops.
Maybe they're going to ask the GMs to turn them into a peasant republic by accepting these demands. Who's Provence at war with?
Wait, Swabia?
Oh, it's happening! Oh, it's happening! It's happening! The Pope has had enough of people invading Italy, and they're going to take Augsburg. Top 10 anime betrayals.
Oh my god, Swabia.
Top 10 anime betrayals. Oh,
God,
what is this?
Is it the partition of Switzerland?
Oh
my god. Children, don't look. Turn around.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Wait, did Holland join? Oh, they declared their own war.
Well. Oh
Oh
poor
my-
Switzerland.
Oh, it is the partition of
We shall
Switzerland.
fight in the mountains and in the mountains because we have no other land.
Yep.
But we shall fight in the mountains.
All right.
We will never surrender.
People at home, this is a reminder. Like the game is not only happening inside EU4. It's also happening in a lot in diplomacy all around. And if you fail at diplomacy, this is what happens. And Florry is desperately quicking to keep his monitor alive. I'm
don't
not sure he's
know.
gonna do it.
Not working.
We might need help here. This is like a panic. Oh, I think he found the button. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. The cooldown went
yeah.
down. It said 5 minutes before, now it says 1 minute. So I'll guess
I'm
I'll find
sure
out.
it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. But meanwhile, I think we're looking at Swiss cheese happening very soon.
Yeah, there's certainly. Oh, that'll do it. I
Alright,
think.
perfect.
I'm pretty sure. All right.
Wait,
Cool beans.
almost there.
Yes. Cheers. Thank you.
Oh god. I mean, the Swiss have a lot of troops.
The
actually.
Swiss have a lot of troops, and
mountains. They have lots of good mountain force. Like I think they can give them a run
And
for
they-
their money.
they don't have any loans. They have a war chest. They're going to make them bleed for this. I can tell you. And I can also tell you that Swabia is not going to be trusted by a lot of people. This has been an alliance from the start of the game, ladies and gentlemen, and Swabia is not having any of this. I'm assuming, they probably approached Swabia saying, hey, we're going to do this. Are you going to do something about it?
But
And Holland actually peaced
But the
out.
Pope is smart, and the peace deal, the goal is Genova. So he can sit on the war goal without even touching a Swiss mountain.
Yes, yes. And the Pope is also... The Pope is very good diplomatically. Very good. But Swabia on the Provence in the PP alliance. This is...
Oh, Holland already peaced out. What did they take? Did they take anything?
probably not.
Did they just want money? Oh, was it a counter-humiliation deal?
Maybe. Maybe.
Let's see.
Oh, we have a battle. We have a battle going on. Here we go. This is the Swiss. Oh, the Swiss are very down on morale. They do have a tech advantage on the Swabians.
And
but
they're taking a battle on the plains. This is the
but
one place.
it'll be very difficult to reinforce this.
Oh yeah, the others have to walk around. They might win this. This is not a good place to take a battle.
Oh, and a 9-3 roll. A 9-3
Oh,
roll.
they're
Are they
winning
going
this.
to win before the Pope comes in?
They're
The
winning.
Pope is approaching fast. They retreat. They retreat. It's over. Okay. Wow. 69.6, very nice.
Yep.
Switzerland is holding steady for now. I mean, they can... There's no hope for Switzerland here.
They can fight them in the mountains quite. I think the problem is they need to stop taking battles in those three like provinces of Fribourg.
And here we go. We have a Poland. There we go. Poland
is back on the menu. This time played by the Spaniards.
With their glorious mission tree. Epic, epic, epic. Very nice. Did I just hear an air horn?
I think.
Oh, epic. Okay, there you go.
It's fine. I think Switzerland has I mean, I don't think they can win this long term, but they can bleed them for a while. Because they have lots of troops. They have some... Oh god, they're losing 100 ducats a month.
Yeah. But they had 0 debt. How many loans can they take? 34. Okay. They have eco.
They can use that time to try to appeal to anyone else who wants to curb stomp like the power block of the Pope. And, and his friends.
What is Switzerland's win condition here? I think it is to just fight valiant. I don't know. I think there is no... Yeah. How do they win?
They can probably peace out for Genoa and not lose much more. But
where will they go then?
They need to fight. They need to convince the Germans to go to split
yes,
Swabia or something.
and tell everyone that Swabia betrayed them, and then join the North Germans and partition Swabia. I think that's their play. But if they prove themselves to be very valiant, if this takes a very long time, then people are going to be like, hey, maybe the Swiss they know how to fight. They could be a good ally.
They should
we'll welcome this idea.
We should have built a fort in Valais. This is a way better defensive position than Geneva. Oh, another battle.
Another battle.
Oh, not a good one. I would not take that one.
But they don't have a lot of choice. They have this massive army. They need to use it now because they don't have money to maintain it forever. But this has a...
Swabia has some reinforcements. No, I don't think they're winning this one.
They won the last one because the Pope couldn't join the battle on time. But
this is...
I think
the
writing is on the wall for them here.
They really need to get... I mean, I think they need to use delaying tactics until they can convince anyone that this is just a gang up and they should get some friends to help.
They do have... I swear they're doing it on purpose. They do have a lot of fort defense, though. So, let's see if they can hold. Are we on defensive?
That's going to be Battle of the Mountains. Where's the capital?
Not yet.
Is their capital in the mountain? It is.
The capital is on the mountain.
And they have the age bonus.
Is also on the mountain, and Bern is on the hills.
Do they have the... they do have adaptive compatibility, right?
Silly! Is Silly part of this?
Everyone is part of
How
this.
is Silly part of this? Silly knows that they're next, right? I mean, they made an incursion into Italy. I think Sicily is next.
Did they get promised to just... what are they gaining from
this? I cannot imagine. The Pope from day one has been very clear.
Taking a fight without morale, but it's mountains, and they have +1 on it.
It's mountains, they got +2. Let's see. I don't expect the Swiss to hodl here. They did not have full morale when they went in, I'm pretty sure.
They're gonna get squished between the Alps. I don't think they have the strategic depth to win this one. And if their army cannot...
Be very close, so... No, well...
Yeah,
it's very close, it's very close. They might have it, They have it! The Swiss have it! Oh my god!
If they lost that one, they would have retreated in a place that they would have been like wiped immediately because everybody's sitting on their mountains. But I think they're just saving time right now.
I am stunned. That was so close. What a nail-biter.
Yeah.
And now the other armies on the mountain, the Swiss got all of their morale back. They're going to push onto Chur, their capital, and kick them off of there.
Yeah,
the other armies are now retreating. They're on a forced retreat. They can't intervene. They can't help. Even if they charge in here, they help. I think they got it. Do the Swiss recognize this? If they go for this now, they will not have a chance to respond. And the Pope knows this. The Pope walks off.
Yeah.
Will you catch them? No, you will not catch them.
I don't think you can move fast enough.
Yes. Pope's going to regroup and try again. Yeah. The Swiss mountains hold for now. Wow.
Yes, but they're not gonna last that long. I think they're on borrowed time. They don't have any more manpower.
Meanwhile, in Ak is still in this war. Only negative 40% war score. That's
So,
actually interesting.
You know.
I think Ak should
Right.
uncon. What do you think, chat? Because there's rebels everywhere, and they are bankrupt. Almost bankrupt double, like twice in a row. But no, they're fine for now. But Sinop is occupied by rebels. Okay, well, you got that. Yeah, sure. If you uncon, can they still... I mean, they could still just take it, right? That's fine. Yeah. Of course. No worries.
So what I'm thinking is, we like people who bring the
Oh,
fight.
and Persia's
Persia
here.
is there.
Woohoo! Persia's here. How is the rebel situation on Persia? Let's go take a look. They are at 10%. Okay,
It's gonna
this is
take
gonna
a while.
some
It's
time
gonna
because
take
they're
a
on plus
while.
3 stab. But no hurries. No rush.
Yes.
All right,
So
let's
you know
take
what?
a look at Switzerland. There's another battle coming in.
Good battle
This
on
time
Bern.
on Bern. This is a very good battle. They won't have a full front line at the start. Let's see. This is a very good battle here.
Only get a +1 though due to terrain.
They
It's better
actually
than nothing,
do have
but
a
it's
full-
not a mountain.
It's not a mountain, but it is a way to make them.
It's
lose
better
a
than
bunch of troops.
it's
It would've
better
been
than nothing. But
maybe
it's
better to go for sure, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah, you want to find them on the mountains, but they're running out of mountains to fight on. I think the numbers are gonna go against them this one. Yeah, there's no way.
Keep in mind these the numbers on Switzerland are very inflated. You see 105% to 110, but it's technically 120% because Switzerland is going full merc. They also went full loans. They will die on this hill.
Oh, very about to get bankrupt soon. Very reach maximum environment low.
They can keep this war up for 45 months. So we're gonna have a
Oh yeah,
long war on
they have
this.
4,000 in bank.
Yes, they took max loans, so they're probably going to keep doing that. As that country gets occupied, their income drops, so they can take less loans. So they take it beforehand.
You prevent. Oh, and someone is trying to assault on Chur.
assaulting
Assaulting a mountain.
Assaulting a mountain. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
Oh god, they got it. Oh, they got it.
a
Holy
good move by
shit.
the Pope. Good move.
Yeah, that was a risky-
But.
Oh,
Are
they
they
still
going
have-
to go in? Are they going to go in
They have no
right
morale.
now?
You should go now. They have no morale. You should go now.
If they go now, they can still retake it on time. They have the cannons. They have the mill. They've got the ships.
But they need to
And the
move.
money too. What if they go now? What if they... No, let them enter and then go into Chur. Let them enter Veldsette, then go into Chur. Assault the fort. They're trapped. You wipe the army.
I think the Swiss are all like, but you know what we are, right? We like people who bring the fights, and honestly, at this point, anyone who jumps in and helps the Swiss will have the respect of my respect and probably the respect of chat. Like,
Definitely.
come on.
The Swiss are giving us a great show here.
Yes. So come on, North German, what are you doing? You've done nothing for an hour and a half now.
I mean,
Wow,
Hesse
it's
must
almost
be
been 2
looking at
hours
this
already.
like, I have a claim on Swabia.
Oh. Someone is taking their chances on Valstadt.
Oh,
They cancelled.
Okay.
Cowards. I mean, the Swiss are running low, right? Their mercs are not refreshing, I think, at this point. Oh, they
Did
tapped
I
on the...
did I see the boat trick there? I wasn't paying very close attention.
The
I'm
what
pretty
now?
sure I saw a little locked sign there. That. They're going in.
Oh, they're going in.
They're going in. Is Valset the scorched?
No.
It is not. It is not.
Oh, and they're cancelling it. They're moving around again.
Yeah. Switzerland gaining money. Yeah, he's taking more loans. Every time a new loan is available, they'll take it. They're running out of spaces to go now because of the
Yeah.
assaults. That was
The-
good move by
Oh god,
Papal
yeah,
State.
they keep taking more loans.
They can still hold Chur for a long time, but now they don't have a safe space anymore. There's no place for them to retreat into. So if they lose another battle now, that'll be the end because there's nowhere for them to go.
Doing anything
If
with
someone
their-
wants to intervene, they need to do it now. Hesse, what's your tech? They have the possibility of teching up. I don't know if they're waiting for canonibalism because no one went into the New World. It's just not happening yet.
Wow, AQ is still trying to fight off Serbia. I don't think they're gonna win this. Wait, unless... No, Persia is just moving through their land, but they're not joining the war. What are they doing, actually? Oh, that's... Persia is moving a bunch of troops through AQ, but they're not intervening. Oh, they just... Oh!
Scotland is slowly gobbling this up.
Persia is clearing out the rebels of AQ without entering the war. But just, you know,
Okay.
a nice helping hand
Okay.
without technically intervening. Oh,
I'm
God.
helping.
All the Swiss are getting pinned into different battles now.
Oh, and
Oh.
like I said, they got no place to go. They got no place to go.
They have a good mount. Oh, did they? No, they have a good mounted for themselves. But this is the last stand.
This is the last stand of the
Oh, boy.
the last stand of the Swiss.
Oh, God.
Where have I heard that
And
before?
one army died. Oh.
Except they're fighting the Pope.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. I mean, they're
In the heart
gonna
of the
give them a
Holy
run for
See.
their money with that mountain, but they're not gonna win this, and then they have nowhere to
Okay.
run.
No, they've got nowhere to go. That is the end for Switzerland. Now,
I mean, they found another
Almost.
mountain to fight on, which will allow them to run a bit more, but
they're really trying. Pulling out all the
they-
stops. That army that retreated earlier
yeah,
is
they-
reinforcing in.
they're pulling all the tricks in the books. But oh my God, are they gonna win? No.
The thing is, they're
God.
completely surrounded too. They can't even retreat into uncolonized, and there we go.
And there we go.
Uncolonized, neutral terrain.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
How much can they take? Because realistically, this is HRE land, right? So it's expensive.
Well, I mean, if they're all separate pieces, they're unconned. Okay. Okay.
I mean, at this point, they should. Before they get bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean, they gave it they gave it all they could.
The question is, how are they gonna split this? Because like 5 people jumped on them. I'm expecting they all want something.
Yeah,
But
I'm
what do they?
assuming.
I think Silly is the next on the like. What is Silly gonna get?
Okay, we have a pause. I think.
I thought you were not allowed to post together a peace deal. But maybe we change that rule.
Maybe it is a pause by Switzerland. Silly's probably gonna. I think so. I think this is diplomatically a big mistake from Silly. From day one, the Pope has said no one enters Italy. Now they're fighting a war against Switzerland to kick someone out of Italy. Is Silly gonna be allowed to stay by the Pope? Did they work out a deal? Look at these borders.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I don't think Silly will.
How is this going to? This
is-
color.
this is-
I mean,
this-
the color does kind of work.
This is
maybe,
goring the border or bordering the gore.
how is this gonna work? How is
I'm
this
curious
gonna
to
work?
see what piece, whatever piece they get, it's gonna be a very like it's not gonna be peace. It's gonna be an armistice for 20 years at best. Like
5 years.
5, maybe 10. But I don't know. Like I don't know where City's going. But if they don't have plans to move to another continent real soon, I think they're gonna have a trouble. I just looked at.
Swabia is gonna get some. It's gonna get the northern bit.
I
think this is the actual peace deal. Yeah. Okay.
It seems like Asa got into another war that they couldn't really win, and they pieced out from Serbia. So now AQ is basically alone in this. Yes.
It's an uncon, don't know. I mean, you
thought
don't need to pause for an uncon.
Yeah, I thought the point was that you're supposed to burn because it's uncon and you should be making a peace deal.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's how I view it anyway. Just click the buttons. But I guess they're still negotiating, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I guess I'll let the GM rule on this. We could have different ways of looking at the solution. How far is Andalusia from getting colonialism now?
They need a province in the New World.
And they still have. They only have one colony.
They're still colonizing
Tenerife, but it takes forever.
Tenerife. But they have range. They can colonize something and spawn colonialism.
I think the money is not great right now, so they can't really sponsor a big colonial policy. Actually, where is the money going? Oh, army maintenance. Okay, they're maintaining a large army that is just sitting there.
And here we go. We have Gotland going ham.
I mean,
They
should,
are
'cause
going to
nobody's
get
stopping
all of
them.
this. Exploration, expansion. Yeah. We got a colony in Havana. We got a colony in Tortuga. We got Boriken. And did they move their capital to Trinidad yet? They statified it. I'm pretty sure they could move it now if they wanted to.
What are the Dutch up to?
Oh, they can't because they've already statified.
Oh,
Tortuga.
the Dutch are using this to
Okay.
just nicely conquer Utrecht and the Flanders while nobody's looking.
And they have this statified, so they have to unstate this, unstate that, and then they can move it here. Okay.
Why would they? Chad is asking a good question. Why is it better to have it in Trinidad than having it in?
So right now it's on Bermuda,
Oh,
which means they don't get colonial nations in North America, but they would get them in South America.
Oh, and
If
you would
they-
rather, yeah.
Yeah. If they need to move it into a colonial region, your capital needs to be the only state on the continent, and it needs to be isolated. Now
Oh,
it's
right,
isolated
right.
because it's on an island, but they have statified Greenland and some provinces in Caribbean, so now they can't move it yet. I don't know. We'll see if they do. Maybe they'll just stick to North America. That could be a thing, but.
We'll
How did
see.
they change it to Bermuda?
That peace deal
They
is
changed it to
taking
Bermuda,
forever.
and the new in the Lions of the North adds a mission tree for Gotland, which allows you to move to the Caribbean. To get Lions of the North, it's good.
Yes.
Yes.
I do feel like they should probably impose this and let people feel the burn of not making a peace deal fast enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I could we? I'm not sure if we could, as observers. We probably
Click
should.
the unpost button. I mean,
we
we're not.
probably should.
I'll let the GMs do their job, right? This is their rule set after all.
Yes,
But in my personal opinion, maybe they should like let things continue
No,
a
like,
bit.
the whole point of unconning is to force someone to send a peace deal.
Exactly.
And you can negotiate now, but I don't see what's there to negotiate for. I mean, you're
I think
going
it's mostly they need to transfer occupation and then figure out what deal they can do.
Yeah.
Because like obviously people are staking claims on what they want, but different people want different things.
It's a lot of war score. What do you reckon he would take?
I mean, obviously.
Okay, they pieced out.
There we go. What did Silly
Oh, God.
get? Oh, this is ugly.
Wait, did Silly get land in this? No, they did not. Okay. And the Pope took Como.
Wait,
and
Silly got nothing? What's their plan in there? Are we just gonna die?
Maybe Silly's reward is staying alive.
I don't know exactly what they're hoping on this one.
I'm not sure either.
I hate that border goal though. Like splitting a nation in three is just illegal. I mean, I guess we're
Yeah.
assuming that the Swiss are just gonna quit this game at this point.
Yeah, and they want to make sure that the borders are the way they are, so... Okay, so they took Genoa, Como, these two provinces. Those two
I
provinces
hate
out.
peace deal that dismantle countries like that.
Yeah, this is very ugly to look at.
This is basically like I can see why they're doing it, right? Like it's clearly like a province is taking its claim by blocking people of the mountain to take Romandie, and I guess Silly is hoping to get Switzerland proper. So not Sweden, Swabia is hoping for Switzerland proper, and maybe Tyrol at some point.
The Pope is also part of the Empire, so Silly being part of the Empire, and also at this point, I don't think the Emperor would defend them. Well, I mean, I don't think they can do a lot to defend them, as opposed to all the players that are fighting. Like, you got Swabia with 30k, the Provence with another 30k, the Pope themselves can... They're fielding 30 right now, but they could go way higher than that.
Yeah, I'm thinking the first one on the chopping block is Silly, and the next one who have a problem is Swabia, because the North German bloc is also like they're gonna be pushing in opposite directions.
I think Swabia is going to have a hard time getting any allies, seeing as how they betrayed Switzerland like this.
I think their only plan is to go for like Austria. And
They are a Trappist order.
Are they gonna try to be like a Switzerland / Austria / South German bloc of some sort? Like that's the only like a very long and rectangular country.
I mean, they're allied to the Pope. If the Pope honors this alliance,
Yes.
then Swabia will be
Wow.
somewhat safe. So we might see a new alliance
I'm surprised
forming
AQ
here.
is still fighting.
With the Pope, Swabia, Provence, maybe Silly. Maybe they'll let them live as a little sidekick ally, because Silly can't go anywhere anyway. And then we might see some north versus south situation here. It'll be interesting to see what Hesse goes for, because Hesse has aspirations to go south. They can't go north. North is where all their allies are. So
They have consolidating a bit up north by eating up Dithmarschen, for example. Oh, Amberg just ate all of Denmark. Has it been like dealt with Gotland, I guess? Yeah, I guess they are consolidating up north, but they're running out of space real quick.
yeah.
Did Moldova get... Because Moldova is about to get... Oh, they only have AQ and Imeriti, and they're truce with Lithuania. Wait.
They don't have the truce
They-
with Ryazan ends in 2 years. And
But their
they
truce
don't
with
have
Val-
a truce with
But
Wallachia.
their truce with Wallachia is over, and...
And Wallachia probably got promised some... This war is still going on.
Yeah, they're still fighting.
This war
Like this...
is going on for such a long time.
Do they still have any forts? Like, how are they still not
At this point, I could have unconned, went bankrupt twice, and then still be in a better position.
Maybe.
But they're hanging on. How long is the?
I guess
the
they're
bankruptcy must be almost over.
Oh, now finally they're getting to the maximum amount of loans, and they have -3 stab. Oh,
The bankruptcy is over.
Oh, they have -3 stab, so they're probably getting stab hits. Let's see. Does Serbia have a diplomat that is waiting?
They also have internal conflicts, so it's very hard to not get stab hit here. But
No,
even
the
if they do get stab hit, it's not going to be 100% peace deal, right?
No, but maybe they would be happy to take the peace and try to get back on their feet, because they're not in a. I mean, they're low on manpower.
Yeah.
They don't have too many loans. They also did the loans to the estate, so it's not too bad. But this New World Order is looking interesting. I wonder where it's gonna go.
I want to take a look at the reform desire here.
I'm wondering about the Viking play. Oh, Ryazan has a broken north now. They just
89%.
ate Muscovy and staked a huge claim toward the White Sea.
I saw that they had cores on that. I'm pretty sure they lost this at some point. I don't exactly know how that happened. Maybe it just got released or something. But
I mean, they had some trouble with rebels and everything.
yeah, understandable, seeing as how they went to war
Oh
with
yeah,
half of Europe.
and Skov is trying to conquer Norway alone. I don't think they're gonna last much longer.
Livonia is looking so pretty. This country is very. It's a very attractive country.
No, they can't form Scandinavia. I don't know if they're gonna try.
They could, but they'd have to wait for Tech 20.
They also need to change their culture, right?
Yes. Shervan, can you come to court for a moment? They're getting sued for not helping Akayunlu. So it'll be interesting to see if they're actually going to be deemed oathbreakers here.
Yeah, I mean, there's to be fair, there's an argument to be
Shervan's in
made.
trouble. Yo, yo, yo.
Oh wow, Asa started a war and they're losing it
Oh boy. They're starting a war
against AI and they're losing it.
Oh, they declared war on Mara. Yeah, they were like, okay,
And
we
the
were allied
Mamluks-
with the Mamluks. They weren't that great.
And then the Mamluks came
and
for them.
then the
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean the Mamluks were very distracted by Tunis. That's why the AI spent so much time walking around here that there weren't a lot of help in the
Let's see,
actual
how is
war.
the Indian consolidation happening? It's still taking its sweet time, but it's happening. They have no. So for us, they started fighting Bengal. Oh, but Orissa is fighting Bengal and they're not winning.
Wait,
No,
Who's
Orissa
Scotland?
is trying to push Bengal, but they don't have the
Oh.
numbers to win.
have you seen this? Marsangali vassalized Kotta.
Oh.
So they're looking to get that juicy trade
I
from
mean, to
Coromandel
be fair, if
into
they
the
can,
Gulf
if they can
of
get like,
Aden
if
and
they can
then
get all
potentially
of,
Zanzibar.
yeah, like all of Vijay and stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there is a lot of prime ministers still available. Like if you can reach the Indonesia right now, because there's no players there so far.
How far away is the Protestant Reformation? What's the Catholic Reform desire? It's 89%. I'm assuming the Pope. I think it's going to be slower than usual, the Reformation.
Yeah, because there's
we
less
ha-
states.
Yeah, and and we have a papal state player which is not going to click this button because he doesn't want the Reformation to happen. If you are controlling the Pope and you want the Reformation to happen, you can investigate heresy, and the Reform desire will shoot way up.
Yeah.
It buys it down, but it grows so much faster that you can have the Reformation happen in like 1468.
All right, we're closing on the hour. We actually passed the hour, so we're gonna have to yield the chair to our caster is still looking at British time, so he thought we had another hour, but then it turns out it
Well, there we
doesn't.
go.
Come on, be nice with the English. They're going through a really hard time right now. All right.
All right. Well,
Anyways,
yeah. I'll see you guys later tonight.
yeah, we're coming back later.
We're coming back
See
later.
you.
So, and yeah, just enjoy.